Oh, are you back? Are you there?
Oh, we had to get some 20p's and put them in the meter.
Oh, if any of you work for Plus now, have a bloody word.
I don't know how temperamental it's going to be today. Welcome back. Let us know if you're there, like right higher in the comments, because we've lost all the comments.
Yeah, all the comments have been cleared.
So we don't know who's in right now. But, let's have a look. Go back.
Let's have a do it again. It's the bloody heat. Blame everything on the heat.
Let's have a look. Who have we got in? Round 2, Tracy 30, Mark the Vicar's back. Ellen Meadows is here. The legendary Cilla Black, who, as soon as I mentioned her, we got booted off. She's back in. Nibbles and Bubbles is here. NP, Mad ABBA fan. Chris Corson, hi from Alabama. Hi, Chris.
If you're still here, love.
John Anderson is back. Dave is here. Martin Sullivan is here. Anthony Berry is in. Claude Lecruese is here. Ellen Meadows. BG Bear. Oh, someone have a word with Linda LaHughes and tell her how to get back on. Boy Crazy Boy. Jason Darcy. First there was a live show, then there wasn't a live show.
No Pillowbox.
React.
Shot.
Fingers crossed. We're all right now. Over in the YouTube bar at the moment, we've
only got a couple of tramps, and we've
don't call them tramps.
No, talking about them. We've got Filippo. He says, "Welcome back. It's good to be back." Oh, Mr. Threatening Bits here. He's saying, "Are you there?" Mark calls his Papa. Can you hear me? Joel, William Hazeldene's popped in.
Don't bang the desk. Why'd you do that?
Because I want to bang drums or something. Emma Fisher says a few they're back. Alex Clark coming in loud and clear. I'm so glad about that. Oh, Caroline's in.
She says late to the party. Hiya. Honestly, we've had troubles. We've been off and on.
Without grommets. Kate Riding's popped in for half a shandy. Neil and Lady V. I think she lost her voice, Lady V.
Lady V's lost her voice. Poor Neil, or a blessing for Neil. I don't know which one it is.
Lucy Braithwaite says, hey, you guys. Followed by John Scott and Sarah Simpson.
Is that the lovely John Scott?
Is it John Scott from the sewing programme?
Yeah. Used to pop up a lot on This Morning, did John Scott. There's
a
lot he knows about Firm Britain's hemlines.
Yeah. And Sarah Simpson's popped in. Anthony Berry's on this side. He's on both sides, isn't he? Rice and chips. Cindra's McDuffie from the Black Pearl as shipped in. Martin, hello love, how are you? Caught this. Oh, I'm not that red, am I? Or am I just embarrassed? Lovely Dale from Bridlington's popped in. Nicola Utting says here in Nottingham on the Malibu. Don't blame me, love.
Over here, I think we've got Ross Morgan's joined us. Let me go back up. I don't know if my mum and dad have found their way back in. Hopefully they will. There's a cat in the house opposite and I can hear Peggy. She's seen it. Martin Garton Spence, the Facebook Live's disappeared. Hopefully it's back now. Ross Morgan, Will Venus Wiggs is in. Paul McFarlane's in and he's got his caps lock on. He says he ran into the slingback and tripped over the plug. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, bloody hell.
Health and safety, you can't claim. There we go. That's everyone is in.
Did I do everybody on this side?
Yes, you did. Melanie Fairley. So, did you get a postcard from us? Did you enjoy it? Will you be ordering another one? Hopefully. You can get the whole set. It's like collecting Panini postcards, isn't it? Panini stickers. My mum and dad are back. David, Maudsley and Anne. Luna Tunes has just arrived as well. Tasha B is in. So fingers crossed. Everyone who was there has found their way back in after our Tinternet woes. I'm not sure what happened. Just went off, disconnected
it just does it
for
all
a
the
bit.
time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really annoying. And we've got new fibre optics and we can't because we've
got chuffing daft contract with these monkeys.
Yep. Mark Hall, Mark and Alex got their postcards. Here we go. Boy Crazy Boy. Met Marty Kane, Hilary DeVay in a Broadstairs charity shop. I think we know who you mean. And I think it's the Thanet Cat League shop. We know exactly who she is. Large teeth, aged with a Barnet syrup on.
Called Georgie.
She's called Georgie.
Amazing woman.
She was married to a professional footballer, so she's a wag, or she was a wag back in the day. We know exactly who you mean.
And she would have been wearing a lovely big brown chestnut syrup.
They say they met. She told Cena off for bringing in his can of pop.
Did I like pop in a shop?
She said, "We've just had a man in here who shot all over a lady's dress." I bet it is her. That's her. Yeah. We're Do you know what? We were just talking about her yesterday because I said to Alan, I think she might have gone over the Rainbow Bridge.
And I said, I bet she hasn't.
So we're glad that she's not. We're glad she's alive.
When we moved, we must have donated about 300 or 400 items to them, didn't we?
Yeah. There's most probably some of our stuff still in there.
Because one of the volunteers came around in a little Fiat Uno,
and we packed it.
Yeah, packed it 3 or 4 times, didn't we?
Yeah, we had all sorts of stuff that they took from us. Most of it we'd mostly bought from them. There was another old lady in there who I think is dead now, who told Alan that she used to go out with salt and pepper in either pocket.
Oh no, it wasn't her. It was a brushband and a comb.
Used to go out with condiments in his pocket.
Those little sachets of salt and pepper. Yeah, there's some salt and pepper in the pocket.
That's how she talked.
Yeah, Maggie Bog.
Here we go. Marcia can't go back to YouTube. What should I do? Marcia, so it's a new stream,
So
I
you have
guess.
to start again, I think.
So,
refresh, is it?
yeah, I guess just refresh. Is it a new stream on YouTube? Is it a new address?
I would imagine everything's changed, wouldn't it? Because it gives you like 5 minutes to sort of sort yourselves out, and then after that it says, all right, you're not coming back
Stopped
then.
and stream
Get out.
ended. So yeah, fingers crossed you can just join again on a new stream. I'll put the link. Let me see if I can get it. Copy that. There we go. That's the link for YouTube.
Oh, Facebook like that.
I know that Here She Is has joined us, but I don't know if he is back in. Here She is interviewing Sam Bailey on his radio show this weekend. So,
from the X Factor.
From the X Factor, yeah, who's now doing lots of Broadway musicals and stuff.
Yeah, she was in Chicago, wasn't she?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone's been in Chicago though, haven't they?
Well, we haven't.
Well, we could have, good as. We've done a bit of Chicago, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, we did, yeah.
We sung the solo from Chicago, the
In
finale.
In our little white furs.
White fur coats. Here we go. Dave says, you do look like you've been sun-kissed, Alan. It suits you. Alan suits the sun. It makes him nice and brown.
I think there's a bit of Mediterranean in me.
I go freckly.
I don't know where it is.
Marcia's back on. Nibbles and Bubbles. Our school classes are having to change their names to birds, and the class next door have changed their name to the Robins.
Oh!
So you will be able to visit the Robins.
Yeah, they're the Robins, little baby Robins. They do that a lot now in primary schools, don't they? Sort of.
Yeah, your niece's...
My niece's class is something called the otters and the wolves and the bats.
Aren't they all like gay slang for different like tribes of gay men?
What, bats?
Otters and wolves.
Oh, otters and cubs and wolves and bears, yeah. But I've not met
otters
many
and
bats.
cubs and wolves and bears, oh my. I don't think... Oh, Here She Is in. Here She Is back and says she wants us on our radio show as well. We should do it, shouldn't we?
Oh, yeah.
I listened to... you had the lead actress from Everyone's Talking About Jamie on recently. I listened to that. Lovely. Really nice interview.
I was reading today about that young lad who went to his prom in a dress.
Yeah, do you know, he annoyed me a little bit.
Oh, did he? I knew he would. Why did he annoy you?
I don't know. It was because everyone was going, he was an inspiration and stuff. And I thought, well...
Let him bloody do it.
Or anyone else. Nibble says she's going to be looking for Maggie Bog all the time.
Well, now that you've got a Robins.
In the Robins.
I don't know where Maggie is. I think she's somewhere in Europe, somewhere, I think.
I want you to... this was on the radio last week, and I thought it was a really good little thing. So I want you to finish this sentence. You can do it as well, Alan. Finish this sentence. You know it's summer in the UK when... ... So yeah, finish that sentence, everyone. You know it's summer in the UK when...
I have to think before I say mine.
Then you got when Everyone goes down the beach. There's fights on the beach. Tesco's runs out of cardboard boxes of beer.
When your mum's gone to Greg's for dinner.
When you have a picky tea.
Yeah, have a picky tea. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you've got salad. Mum's done salad.
Here we go. Jason said it's when the boys are half naked. When I never leave the house, says Melanie Fairley. When barbecue stuff sells out of the supermarket. When there's a hosepipe ban. When you have both feet out of the duvet, says Nibbles and Bubbles. When everyone complains about the heat, says Will Venus. Yeah, that's
never happy, are we?
Oh, it's too hot.
It's too cold, it's too hot, it's too close.
You know it's summer in the UK when the internet plays up, says Andrew Chapman.
Yes.
Alex Clark says, you know it's summer in the UK when I like it warm, but I don't like it this warm.
Yeah. I love the heat, but the heat don't love me.
Oh, when everyone wears shorts, even when it's raining. Oh, people are saying you look like you're too sunburnt.
Do I?
I don't think you do. I think it's the contrast in this room, really.
Yeah.
It's making him look redder. Because he doesn't look... I don't think he looks red.
I was in a little bit of makeup today, and I've scrubbed it off, so that might be it.
Yeah. Well,
I might have...
Karen Avery says, you know it's summer in the UK when your gran stands in front of the open fridge with her pants off. My mum says when old ladies say, oh, I don't like this heat.
This heat is too good.
Scylla says when you drink Pimm's.
Yeah.
What's the MO Pimm's called in Aldico?
Oh, I'm trying to remember now.
Nigel TC.
Archers? No, Archers?
No, Archers. There's peach snaps. Nigel TC, when zoo social media is just animals with ice lollies.
Yeah. We once went to the zoo once, and they were giving all the animals like ice lollies, weren't they, on ropes?
Yeah, when was that? In London Zoo? We were members of London Zoo. We used to
all
go
the
quite a
goats
lot.
were like nibbling on little blocks of ice with carrots in it and vegetables. It was ever so cute.
Here we go, Martin Sullivan. When you miss the concrete paddling pools that you frolicked in as a kid.
Oh yeah, you knew it was summer when you had a paddling pool out.
And you had I didn't have a concrete paddling pool though, did I?
No, we didn't. We had them plastic ones.
They had them in, like the outdoor. There was an outdoor pool in Southport, an outdoor swimming pool.
No, we weren't posh. We needed about 4 inches.
Do you know there were like concrete paddling pools in like holiday camps and stuff, weren't there?
Well, they were Lidos, weren't they?
Yeah, but no, there were little paddling.
Oh, the little
pools.
swishy ones.
Yeah.
Where it was like, and they'd put like blue emulsion on it, so it wasn't nice and clean.
Yakidar Alex has said it's different heat when you're abroad. This is sticky heat. When your hemorrhoids are itching like buggery, ask Sherry.
Sherry ain't got bloody
Sherry ain't got farmers.
What about? She's...
Oh, there we go. Linda Lee Hughes is back. When day drinking neighbours have a massive public row.
I like that one. When Bungle wears shorts.
Does Bungle put shorts on, doesn't he, in the summer?
But
the rest of the time he's nude.
He's naked.
I think he sleeps in pyjamas.
He was born naked.
The rest
was drag. Yeah, he used to put little things on, little hats and waistcoats, I think. I bet he feels the heat in this weather, do you?
Oh, Bungle, yeah. I wonder if he gets I wonder if Jeffrey gives him a little shave.
Oh, yeah, little clippers.
Clippers all over, number one all over.
Him and Chewbacca. Ooh.
Lunatune says when your nan puts the fire on 1 bar instead of the usual 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jonathan Brett Warren says we had facilities come round with an ice cream trolley today.
Well, that happened once when I was at work. When the nice boss was in, he went out and got some Magnums. When
I worked in Houston, there was Ice Cream Wednesdays. I always liked working on Wednesdays because they would have big ice cream, and you know what American ice cream's like. It's big mental portions.
Luna also says when you get thrown out of Tesco's for sitting on the frozen peas.
Dave says when everyone goes commando. I don't know if we do. Does everyone go commando in the UK?
No, I think it'd be.
I don't think it's just sticky heat here, Dave. It's sticky heat. Ooh. Different heat. Paul McFarlane is now imagining Bungle with a Brazilian. Thanks, guys. It'd be all over though. It wouldn't just be like a landing strip.
And he might have a little bow in his hair.
He'd look like one of them hairless Mexican cats.
Yeah. Oh, again, Luna says, is it Luna? Oh no, it's Nicola. Sorry, Nicola says when your grandma gets the choc ices out.
Yeah. Little cardboardy choc ices, squares.
Oh, when the ice cream man comes round and they go, 4 cornets and get Nana an ice cream sandwich. and you've got to like go across the road with a sandwich, and it's all like dripping down your bloody arm.
Chris has gone to work. Bye, Chris.
Oh, bye, Chris. Have a good night.
Gabby and Debbie Coxhill say that, it's summer in the UK when you have to take your dogs out for walks in the evening.
Yeah, it's not on during the day.
Too hot for their little paddy paws.
No. Are you somewhere exotic at the moment, Gary and Debbie Coxhill? You normally...
I think they're back in the UK now, I have a feeling. But I don't know, I might be wrong. BG Bear says, when you see men shirtless in Asda who really shouldn't be.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of sites like that in Scarbados. You just put it on.
We saw Madame Bontemps the other day, didn't we?
Yes.
Yesterday, I think. So she's still with us.
Yeah, Bubbles, we saw her. Well, she's passed the house a couple of times now, hasn't she?
She did, and she was she
still in black.
Still in black, summer black.
No fur hat, but everything else was the same.
No more massages there. So we are sending out postcards. You can get postcards at the moment from Sherry and Brandy. They tend to be saucy. From Maggie Bog. She tends to...
well, she's a bit, she's a bit obsessed with traffic, isn't she? In the
traffic, travel and the Robins. Divinity, who would, of course, include a little cheeky psychic reading in her postcard. And we would like to make an announcement. So, ladies and gentlemen, new to the postcard world.
Oh, hello. It's me, Sister Mimsy. I've got the most wonderful news to share. Myself and Mother Superior are off on us holidays.
Yeah. Is that travel text holidays? Is that Shonky Dave? Hiya, Dal. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's that time of year again. What? Yeah, we got over $4,500. Yeah, I told her there's a hole in the roof. And I gave Mimsy colic. They fell for it. So bad. Yeah, don't believe anything I tell them. So, what can you do for me?
The main thing I look for on my holidays is rest and relaxation. So I'm hoping that we go to some wonderful Mediterranean retreat, maybe with some beautiful spa treatments.
Spas? No. No bloody spas. No, I'm not sitting around with loads of women bloody moaning. I'm up with that lot here, bloody whinging minges.
Oh, I love to immerse myself in a different culture. I look forward to visiting museums and art galleries and really finding out about the history of the place. Oh, and sampling its wonderful food and drink.
Now listen, I heard from one of my congregation there's a place to avoid. Yeah. Apparently everybody walks around like naked and topless, pissed. There's pool parties at the hotels throughout the night. Yeah. Nudist beaches. Chips and lager for €1. Yeah, sounds right my street, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway like that, Dal?
I'm leaving all the travel arrangements to Mama Sups. She's got my passport and she's doing all the booking. Can't wait to find out where we're going.
Hey, have you got any free kids places left? What's the cut-off age? 9? Oh yeah, she'll pass for 9. Oh, she's got to go to all the kids clubs every day. Hey, she'll bloody love that, she'll bloody go homeless.
So, if you would like a postcard from myself and Mother Superior, then all you need to do is visit www.theisolationcreations.com/postcard. So, I look forward to letting you know where we are and what we've got up to.
So that's one business class from Manchester Airport and a shuttle coach from Grimsby taking 3 days for her. Yeah, well, save a few quid, won't it? All right, Dals. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Oh, hiya.
Hi, Dals. Live, laugh, love, Nana stays.
Thanks, driver. Crack on. Oh, so they're off on the hollybobs as well.
So, everyone's off on their hollybobs. So if you would like to hear from Sister Mimsy and Mama Sups, Mother Superior, find out where they finally got to on their vacation, then all you have to do is go to our website, theisolationcreations.com/postcard. And then all the details are there. You choose from the drop down, like who you want your postcard from, and you choose if you're UK or airmail. And it's easy. You can pay with PayPal or a credit card. It's kind of just another way of supporting us, really, because we want to, give you something back because you've been so generous with tips and things like this. So this is a way for you to
and the one-offs. They're a one-off, very personal and a bit of fun, a bit of
and each one's individual. So you get a special little personalised present from us. Someone has taken theirs into the library and had it laminated. I can't remember who that was. But they're dead funny, so you'll enjoy them, and they come in an envelope, so your postman can't read them.
Don't worry about any sort of rude stuff being read because it's all in a plain envelope.
Yeah, we were really sorry to read. We saw while the video was playing about your cat Marge. So we're really sorry, Marge, that you lost your cat. I know Jason lost his cat a couple of weeks ago, and it's just such a. And I know Nibbles and Bubbles' cat was they lost about a year ago. And it's your little pets are such a huge part of your life, aren't you? So our heart goes out to you.
Lots of love.
Lots of love. So postcards are available now. So please order one. You'll enjoy getting them. And I know we've had lots of love back from the people who have received them. We are going to now do our
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So it's our top 5.
A bit different tonight. We sort of can't really show you examples, can we? Because we'll get pulled off.
We'll get pulled off by Silla's Bobby, by the Bobbies, the police, because we're going to talk about our favourite ABBA songs. So our personal top 5 ABBA tracks. The first thing I'm going to show you, though, is not ABBA, so hopefully we'll be all right showing you this. You know that we've spoofed ABBA, and you can find our ABBA videos in our YouTube library. But also, I found Kath and Kim, Gina Riley, and what's the other lady's name? I'll think of it in a minute. Jane Turner and Gina Riley, and here is their take on ABBA. I particularly like just how slightly out of sync Agnetha is throughout this. So we'll be back in a minute.
Music. Oh,
we're on mute.
It happens every bloody week. He gets a bloody drink down him.
Oh, honestly, guys, sorry. That was Jane Turner and Gina Riley from Fast Forward doing their version of ABBA. And also in the comedy world, there's French and Saunders who did C'est la vie, which is their take on ABBA. Tonight's been a bit of a farce, hasn't it? Lots of things going wrong. Buttons pressing.
It's the heat.
It's always so close.
It's the chuffing heat.
Oh, it's hot in the UK. We've got, because I have to put blackout blinds up here as well, and we close the window. So it's proper Mafton in this room. Anyway, our top 5 ABBA songs. So mine's on my phone, so I've got to get my phone out. Alan, what's your number 5 in your...
It's their hit from 1980, Happy New Year. I don't know you.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
So it's Agnetha sat around in her apartment, surrounded by balloons and decorations. And I always remember this being quite a sort of what's the word? An original song, because there was loads of Christmas songs, wasn't there? And then come New Year, there wasn't any, apart from Old Lang Syne, which he sang at midnight. And then the only song I sort of know about New Year is the ABBA one.
Oh, there's one, Perfect Year, which is from Sunset Boulevard, the musical. Gay points. But Dina Carroll released it as a single.
That's my number 5.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
We keep wanting to recreate Happy New Year. We might do it. I just need to sit mournfully around the house with some streamers, don't I? But it's very Agnetha heavy, the video.
Yeah.
So Alan wouldn't have much to do apart from cast me some shade.
Yeah. And Make it funny.
So my number 5 is... I was a massive ABBA fan back in the 90s, as my mum and dad will let you know. But my number 5 is the song Tiger by ABBA. I first heard Tiger in ABBA the movie. So ABBA the movie, if you've never watched it, is well worth a watch. It's an Australian film. It's got Lou in it from Neighbours as ABBA's manager, I think. And it's about a journalist who's chasing around Australia trying to get an interview with them. It's kind of bad but brilliant, and it's got lots of concert footage. And I fell in love with the song Tiger in that film. Any other little messages?
I've never heard of Tiger. It's one of those songs you would have heard it, wouldn't they? When you hear it.
Yeah. Alice is in. Alice and Mia are in. Hello.
Hello.
So Alice is my niece. Well, both are my nieces. Alice is my littlest niece, and Mia's my older niece. And how lovely for them to pop in. So your granny and granddad are in as well, and your auntie and uncle, and your cousin Lucy. So it's like a little family reunion for me. This.
And none of my bloody lot are in.
And none of them in.
Can't be asked.
Your dad might be in.
Oh. No.
Just maybe not saying anything. So yeah, my number 5 is Tiger. Specifically the footage from the ABBA the movie version, the live version.
My number 4 is One of Us from 1981. You know, it starts off with Agnetha down a well.
One of us is ginger, one of us is blonde, one of us is called Björn.
From 1981. And again, I think it's Agnetha in a little flat.
Is it the video? Isn't it? It's lots of close-ups of them.
Yeah,
I
she's
think.
moving boxes in and putting pictures on the wall.
Oh yeah.
So it's a new flat.
She's moved out of the one that got trashed at the New Year's party.
So she's got a new flat now, and she's sort of got. I think she's got like sort of half permed hair.
She has got a bit of a demi-wave in, just a little loose scrunch.
And Frida's got a sort of like that little band, plaited band.
Yeah, was Frida got long hair at that point?
Oh, I can't remember.
Maybe down here. Yeah. My number 4 is Knowing Me, Knowing You. Now, there's an urban myth, but actually I think it's true. Mum and Dad are in. I sang the lyrics to Knowing Me, Knowing You when I was just a baby in the baby chair in the back of the Volvo on a long car journey. And Mum and Dad had to pull over because they were laughing so much that suddenly this little cheeky baby toddler was going, afterwards. I don't think I was harmonising. But yeah, if Mum and Dad are in, let people know, didn't I sing to Knowing Me, Knowing You when I was a little bambino?
Gareth Jones says that the apartment that we're talking about for both the songs is the same one.
It is the director's apartment, says Gareth. Okay, but Agnetha just wanted to refurb it after Happy New Year. Erica Ann Deacon has moved over to YouTube because her internet's not very good as well.
Oh, we're all having problems tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, so Scylla said, I started to speak through ABBA lyrics. Yeah, so it's like an urban myth in my family that my first words were ABBA lyrics. Peggy is there.
Getting tickled.
Peggy!
There she is. See a little head there, look.
She's down there.
Jason Ruby says, were you drinking milk out of your little China baby milk bottle?
I don't know, but we were in the Volvo. That's a little bit middle class, isn't it? Linda LaHue says the signs were there, love. I think the signs were already there with my little ensembles. You'll have known me as a toddler. The signs were there, I'm sure. Here we go. David, my mum says I was 2 or 3, and it was when they were pulled into a service station. So yeah, that's my number 4 is Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Jamie Rebel says, it's good to see you two guys live, even if it's only for a few minutes before he has to go back to work.
Oh, thanks for dropping in, Jamie.
Oh, you're welcome, Jamie. Hope you're having a good evening at work. My number 3 is check your teeth out, tell me what's wrong. No, it's Chiquita.
Chiquitita.
Take your teeth out, tell me what's wrong. That's one of the reasons why I do like that song, because my dad used to say, take your teeth out, tell him what's wrong, instead of singing the real lyrics. And it made me laugh.
That's I love that song, but where it's really shoehorned into Mamma Mia the musical, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Like all songs are shoehorned into that.
And Chiquitita isn't actually the name of the person they're singing to. It's just a little fond Spanish word for little one.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, Peggy's our little Chiquitita.
So they're all sort of saying, little one, tell me what's wrong.
I think Julie Walters is knocking on a toilet door and goes, Chiquitita, tell me what's wrong.
And this is the video where they've got the big snowman.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
That was recreated for the sensational ABBA movie, When All Is Said and Done, starring this guy. They recreated that big snowman. We've actually got a star of Mamma Mia in the house, haven't we? Erica Ann Deacon.
Oh, yes, we have. She travelled through Europe performing.
Yeah, she played Tanya I think it's Tanya in Mamma Mia. So yeah, Erica, did you have to say what was your number in Mamma Mia? I think I know, but I'll let you say it. What was your big number in Mamma Mia, your character? My number 3, again, it's from the movie Mamma Mia, but that's not why I like it. It is Slipping Through My Fingers. I really think it's a beautiful song. I love it. I love the kind of story and the lyrics and the sentiment of it. Now, I don't have kids, so it's not about... I can't relate, to that bit of that song about seeing someone grow up. But for me, it's about like looking back on my youth and remembering kind of the carefree days of being young and like where I am now and stuff. So I love the lyrics of Slipping Through My Fingers.
That's the good thing about ABBA, isn't it? They sort of covered a song for nearly every sort of aspect of life.
Yeah, they are.
You've split up from someone, or you're taking part in the Mexican Revolution. So yeah, they got a song for everything, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Which brings me on to my number 2. Speaking of the Mexican Revolution, is the song Fernando, and this is the song that they're singing around the little campfire. Can you hear those drums, Fernando?
Yeah. Now that's of course covered by Cher in Mamma Mia 2.
Luckily, I haven't seen that, so I won't ruin it.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Erica has said her song was "Does Your Mother Know." Does your mother know that I'm here? Take it easy, take it easy.
So a lot of the ones I like are sort of the ballady ones.
They
really.
are.
Yeah.
Remember we had to endure Cher's album on repeat. It's quite a small album. It's about 30 minutes. Cher's ABBA album on repeat in a tiny car whilst Alan's brother was driving us to Hull.
Yeah, and I was suffering from travel sickness, and Cher was on this repeat album.
Oh, really loud, and all the windows were closed.
It was a very, very long day.
Gareth Jones has said, Jamie was in When All Is Said and Done. I'll have to watch it again. Yeah, Gareth, I play Agnetha's stalker called Gert. Much to like the annoyance of all the ABBA fans, because it was a bit, tabloidy. But yeah, I play Agnetha's stalker. So you get to see me have a little snog with Agnetha in it. So Alan's number 2 was Fernando.
Fernando from 1976.
My number 2 is Mamma Mia, the song, not the show. Why do I love Mamma Mia? It's nothing to do with the show. Because actually, I don't really like the show. And I know Erica was in it. And my friend Paul was in Mamma Mia as well. He's on the soundtrack. He was the original Colin Firth character. But I love Mamma Mia the song because when I fell in love with ABBA like properly when I was a teenager was because of the film Priscilla Queen of the Desert. And I urge you all to go and watch the ending of Priscilla Queen of the Desert. It's on YouTube, and it's got Mamma Mia and the drag queens lip syncing to Mamma Mia. I just think it's such a joyous, upbeat, happy song.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's my number 2.
We're down to number 1s, aren't we now?
Down to number 1. We're racing through them.
And my number 1 is I Still Have Faith in You, which I was so pleased when they came back last year. And I thought the song was absolutely beautiful. I mean, we obviously did our little parody of it. And I like it because nothing's changed. They still sound lovely and they're still around and they're all together. None of them have gone over the bridge.
And what I liked about it as well is that they set, like, you can tell they're mature, and the voice, you can hear crack, or you can hear that it's an older voice singing.
Yeah, and they've still got it. They've still got that sort of ABBA-ness that they're well and truly loved for. And yeah, it's on my little iPod, and I listen to it on a very regular basis. In fact, the whole album's lovely. The new album that they brought out.
Yeah, Voyage, or Voyage, as Alan likes to call it.
Yeah.
I love that song. It was going to be my number one as well. And we did our recreation of it in record time when the video came out. So the video came out, I guess, on a Wednesday, and we got our version out, I think, on the Friday. And yeah, we were pretty much like shot for shot. We worked it out. It was a massive undertaking.
And we're still getting lovely comments for that today. We're getting the odd weird comment, but a lot of it's love now. A lot of it's
and we really hope that, because I think a lot of people have actually watched it through and realised, you know what, they like ABBA. This is affectionate. But we secretly hope that ABBA have seen it. They might have. They might have done.
But
people have shared it.
The Voyage experience.
A couple of people here have been there.
Seems to be very quiet though, doesn't it? People. I know Jason's been.
I think it's busy. I think it's like packed. I think it's a fun thing. But I know they're going to add more songs and change it up a bit, because maybe it's not been as popular.
And and the things with ABBA, it's been around for years. We used to have the double LP and we used to play it at home when we were kids. But also we had things like Muriel's Wedding, which also celebrated the world of ABBA.
And Erasure. Erasure brought out their ABBA-esque EP. And I remember when I was like university sort of age, like Björn Again were touring and doing like the sort of kitschy tribute show. My number one is, it was going to be the same as Alan's, but it's not. My number one is Thank You for the Music. Because I just thought it was apt. Because we're thanking ABBA for the music.
Yeah.
And it's a lovely song. And I like that it's got lots of like bits and changes. And Thank You for the Music is my number one. And I know some of you aren't ABBA fans, and some of you are, but that's kind of the beauty of our weekly little get-togethers, is you never know what you're going to get till you get here. And we have put together a little Spotify playlist. So if you want to listen to our top 10 ABBA tracks, they're on that playlist link there in Spotify. So you can visit there and you can watch what we chose as our top
10 little songs there.
Yeah, 10 songs. There were so many. Like, there's so many other songs that I love, and there's other songs that I thought about using, but I kind of wanted a mix.
Yeah. Mine are the ones that I sort of like listening to, and I did have, when I was at university, from Wilco's, used to have this sort of basket of cheap tapes. And I picked this ABBA cassette up one day, paid for it. I paid about £1 for it. Got it home and I realised it was just ABBA done by panpipes. So it was just all the ABBA tracks done by... And it was lovely.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Eagle, there's a lot of love for the song Eagle. There's another... I love Eagle as well. It's in that's in the ABBA film as well, I think. ABBA the movie. What Spotify says, BG Bear, so modern. Yeah. Will Venus, I love Winner Takes It All, beautiful song. It is a beautiful song, Will. It's kind of in my head. It's been a little bit spoiled by Meryl, because I just think she overacts so much in it. So yeah, Winner Takes It All I love, but Meryl doing her little card acting and stuff kind of does my nut in.
And also, because we've done a couple of ABBA parodies, our sort of YouTube page always sort of contains ABBA songs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's quite nice sometimes to sort of go, let's pop that one on.
Yeah.
Let's look at that old chestnut.
We are going to do some more ABBA things, I think. We'll do some more videos. Melanie Fairley says Jimmy Tarbuck was great on Winner Takes All.
He was. I remember that programme.
And Gareth Jones has got the Panpipe CD. The
ABBA have
Panpipe.
you? Yeah.
So Spotify. What is Spotify? It's kind of a music database, and you can listen to music on there, and you can listen for free. It will just play you the odd advert kind of every 30 minutes you get an advert for like Coca-Cola popping up. So it's like a radio station really. You can pick and choose what you listen to. Most stuff's on there. But yeah, there's our little Spotify playlist if you wanted to listen to that.
So, I mean, the idea is that everybody loves ABBA, and everyone's got their favourite song.
I think so. Well,
Yeah.
some people in here don't love ABBA. There's been a few people saying they hate ABBA, but you know, there we are. Can't please you all.
Can't have everything, can we, darling?
Mark says French and Saunders' version of Mamma Mia is amazing. Yeah, it is really funny. I think Jennifer Saunders is so talented when she does spoofs. And she really hooks into
Yeah, she
the
goes
character
for,
she's playing.
She goes for what she can pick up from the actor, whereas Dawn sort of just does all the sort of like sending up, doesn't she?
Yeah. But Jennifer's played Meryl a few times. She did Meryl in some comic strip stuff. Like, was it called The Strike? And it was Hollywood making a movie about the miners' strike. And I think Meryl Streep was the actress that came over to do something in it. But she plays Meryl. She really gets Meryl. She does it really well. Here we go. Let's have a look. Dave is off for a work call. Bye, Dave.
Bye,
Thank you for
Dave.
joining us. Claude Lecruise, thank you for the postcards, the laughs they've given. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without them? I ask in all honesty. What would life be?
It's funny because when the ladies and everything writing their postcards, they're obviously writing to these like names, but obviously they're known by different names on social media.
Yeah. So the Claude Lecruise, we don't know what your name is, but we know we've sent you postcards. Gary and Debbie Coxhill says, don't trust anyone who doesn't like animals or ABBA.
Good point.
Paul McFarlane says, number one is just us, Bear.
Well, he's written that in capitals.
Gosh, shucks. Well, it's about that time. It's nearly 9 o'clock. So we are going to wrap up and play the finale, but we're going to stay for a little lock-in.
Yeah, we'll just have a little chat afterwards.
So we'll stay for more of a casual chat afterwards. I'm going to just pop that link in again into here. So if you want a postcard, you can get them now from the Nuns, Sherry and Brandy, Maggie Bog, and Divinity. So yeah, the link is there. I don't think it's come through as a link.
Oh.
Let me pop a
Has
little
it
later.
been,
Let me pop that at the start of it.
Oh, that one has on this side.
Okay.
I keep hearing these like noises, like, and these seagulls, like really like
Scratching at our roof.
Can you hear that?
They won't be able to hear it, I don't think. But it sounds like someone scratching on our roof. Someone's trapped in the attic.
In Broadstairs, we had a seagull that would come and tap on a window, didn't it?
Yeah, we called her Janet Wickens.
We did.
We're going to leave you. We've got a song to play, and we'll see you on the other side.
We're back in a minute.
It's not Scylla. Sorry, Scylla, but we chose another of our favourite divas to end the show today. We will be back with you for the lock-in after this.
What's happened to all the decent music, eh? The music what I like. That old-time rock and roll. Woo-wee! Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old-time rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. In 10 minutes I'll be out of the door. I like that old-time rock and roll. Still like that old-time rock and roll. That kind of music just soothes my soul. I reminisce about the days of old. And that old-time rock and roll. Ooh, wah, 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 ooh, wah, 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 ooh, wah. Won't go to hear her play a tango. I never hear some blues and found the old soul. There's only one sure way to get me to go. Start playing old-time rock and roll. Call me a relic, call me what you will. Say I'm old-fashioned, say I'm over the hill. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old-time rock and roll. Still like that old-time rock and roll. music just soothes my soul. I reminisce about the days of old. And that old time rock and roll. And that old time rock and roll. And that old time rock and roll.
What the hell was that hanging between her legs?
Grotbag's little furry belt.
Oh, was it?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
So we're back. We're a little cheeky lock-in now.
A little bit of grub bags for you there.
Keith Wellens has reminded me of something that I wanted to mention today. What do you remember, like, off by heart from your childhood? Keith remembers the address that you had to write into for the Pink Windmill show. Do you remember anything like that? I think I remember the 018118181. I think that might be Going Live's number. What do you remember from your childhood? Does anyone remember the number 73 address?
Mine probably were adverts or themes to adverts. Like a finger of fancy just enough to keep you can. I were right about that saddle.
Here we go. 7 Network. I remember the address for the Home Cookery Club. Childline, yeah, everyone remembers Childline number, don't we?
Oh yes, because she, I think Esther really made sure that we all knew that, didn't she?
Actually, Erica, have I just said the Childline number, not Going Live? Lucy Braithwaite remembers Pob's address. Do you remember Pob?
Yeah, see the wood thing, the round wooden. Was he wooden?
He was like wooden, but he was orange, and he used to come and spit at the screen, and then go Pob.
And do you remember those little weird puppets that were spiders but were hands?
Finger Bobs.
No, not finger. That was the mouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Finger Bobs used to do things like turtles and stuff as well.
There was these 2 spiders that used to be against a black curtain, and they were like day glow orange. Here we go, my weird tipple toe.
Pete and Cena say that Grotbags is like a UK Edith Massey.
She is. Now, the thing is, what I get is that I remember, like, Grotbags singing, like, 2 or 3 songs in every show, but there was never, like, a Grotbags party album for kids.
Oh, yeah, that would have been
Wouldn't
great.
it have been a great idea? Like, you know, to have a party record with Grotbags sing on... I mean, unless it was paying for all the copyrights.
All the copyright, and Carol Lee Scott couldn't get that, but she released her own little cheeky album.
Because I think she said, look, I'll do Grotbags as long as I can show off my singing talent.
Jason has remembered what you were referring to, Alan. It's Incy and Wincy paper play.
It was, and they're against a black curtain.
I don't remember. I presume it was very high TV.
Oh, yeah, forget about that. Forget about your televiewing as a child.
Here we go. Diane remembers Glenn Michael's Cavalcade. Diangela. Glenn Michael's Cavalcade. Ooh. I don't remember that. Was that a Scottish thing? Was that a northern border?
Sounds very upmarket, doesn't it?
It does. Dale Ibbotson remembers BBC Television Centre, London, W12 8QT. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Busby, Erica remembers. Itsy and Bitsy.
I remember Busby, the phone bird.
Oh, so people are saying it was Itsy and Bitsy, not Incy and Wincy.
The 2 little spidery hands.
Yeah. Claude Recruiter remembers the Tufty Club, crossing the road, look left, look right. That wasn't Tufty the lesbian from The Word, was it? It'd be rather strange if she was doing a little club for children crossing the road.
I remember Tiz was.
But do you remember Tiz was his address?
No, I never wrote to anybody.
Someone remembered Tiz was his address there. Nibbles and Bubbles had a top of the Tots album. It had Chirpy Chirpy Cheep Cheep.
Top of the Top Tots.
Top of the Top Tots. Top of the Tots. I had an album, a Playaway album. Actually, I'm going to try and find some tunes from the Playaway album because it's really funky. It's really good. It's got a like sort of a party like hippie vibe to it. Playaway always had a sort of funky vibe to it, like they were a little bit stoned.
I'm laughing at Melanie's comment. She says, DFS sales, Darley Dale, near Measham. I remember adverts like that. Boxing Day sale, Harrods, London.
Martin says there was a Camp Crocodile in Grotbags. She had someone called Reddington, I think, and he was Reddington the robot, and he was gold, and he was camp.
There was a crocodile she used to hit with a big gold dildo.
Yeah, I think the robot was camp. I don't know if the crocodile was camp.
Yeah, the crocodile was like a bit weepy.
I was,
and had lashes, I think.
but the robot was definitely a bit of a woofter.
And I
a
think
bit C-3PO.
And then after he'd spoken a bit, his makeup was to sort of come away from the corners of his mouth. Yeah.
I think it's Reddington, the robot. Oh, here we go. Caroline Ibbotson remembers Viola's soliloquy from Twelfth Night. God, I don't know if any of my theatre memories would be there.
Now is the winter of a discontent.
Oh, yeah,
Make
right.
glorious summer by the summer.
Here we go.
You do sort of remember, because it's so hard to learn.
I remember cheeky camp things, don't I? What did I chirp up with during Stranger Things last night?
I've got no idea.
Anne of Green Gables, sweet and strange. The title song from Anne of Green Gables, the musical.
Yeah, remember sort of things you have to learn at school. I was always good at spelling, because we did spelling tests, so I used to take home the words that you had to sort of learn to spell at the end of the week.
Were you really?
Yeah.
What's what?
You don't quite. You always ask me how to spell words.
I do, actually, and he does get them right.
Good.
I
I tell you what, the ladies were telling me this week
tell you what.
that it's really strange handwriting postcards, because they rarely write now.
Are you out of practice?
Yeah, because everybody's
Stop. We can let people in behind the wizard's curtain.
because everything's typed now, isn't it? Emails are typed, letters are typed, and it's been a long time since I wrote.
Yeah, I write, because I do, when I'm teaching, I write, and I write a lot of notes, because I'm watching people present, and then I write and give them feedback on what they're doing. So I write a lot by hand then. So, but I remember when I started, I used to get like hand cramps from writing again.
I love for another robot here. Mark Vicker says Meckle Mickey. For Meckle Mickey. Well, I used to buy Meckle Mickey sweets from the sweet shop. Do you remember those? They were sort of quite sherbety little balls.
No.
Metal Mickey bonbons.
I didn't really like Metal Mickey. Again, that was ITV, wasn't it?
Irene handling it. I loved it.
Jonathan Brett Warren
My Little Fruit Bat.
remembers Timmy Mallet's introduction to Mallet's Mallet. No pause, no hesitation, or you'll get a bash on the head like this, or like this. Nibbles and Bubbles are off. Bye-bye, night-night,
Night,
Sherry.
love.
We'll see you soon, I hope. Ready, steady, are you set for Metal Mickey boing? Is that what you just saw? I'm not Metal Mickey.
I think they lived in a block of flats, didn't they, in London?
Now, Mickey is Mickey Dolenz, isn't it?
Eh? What?
Metal Mickey is Mickey Dolenz.
Who's Mickey Dolenz?
I'm right, aren't I?
The
Mickey
voice?
Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. Yeah, you know Mickey from the Monkees.
Right.
He's Metal Mickey.
What, the voice or inside it?
It's based on him. It's meant to be Mickey Dolenz, but a robot version.
I didn't know that.
Because it's his show, I think. Am I right? Have I dreamed that?
Seems a little bit.
Jason Ruby's popped in the points of view address. Points of view, Wood Lane, London, W1 8QT.
Imagine you read looking, didn't you?
Melanie Furley remembers Metal Mickey lemon bonbons, £1 each.
Sherbety little balls, bit rough.
Yeah, BG Best says Mickey Dolenz produced it. Mickey Dolenz produced the show. So I think, because he looks a bit like Mickey Dolenz, Metal Mickey, doesn't he? Yep, Mickey D was the producer.
And around about the same time, you could also buy a Wurzel Gummidge lolly, which was apple flavoured. And they were red and green and very, very sour. A bit.
Well, yeah, I bet you used to go to an ice cream van, didn't you?
Yep. And the famous one said...
Very ITV.
The ice cream man that we had said to a girl in our class, I see you've got your white Virgin socks on.
How old was the girl?
About 9. I see you got your Virgin socks on.
Did he have a cig on the go?
But yeah, he was quite rough. He sold fags individually.
Mickey Dolenz directed the show as well. I knew he was something to do it. Beer at home means Davenports. Kim Farr can do the whole thing. Beer at home means Davenports. I don't remember that, Kim. The robot was Redford, played by Freddie Stevens, who also played the original Croc.
Oh, okay.
The knowledge you guys know. Here we go, let's have a look. Being in Scotland, Martin Garton Spence, you even end up remembering the continuity announcers' introductions to the Gaelic children's programmes, even though you didn't speak the language.
Yeah, I was looking at some of these on YouTube not long ago. I sort of forget that, like Granada and all and Southwestern had like a continuity announcer, a bit like
Susie Blake.
Susie Blake. And I forgot about that, and then they suddenly they disappeared, didn't they?
I think so.
Instead, it was just a voiceover.
I think Judy Finnegan was ours.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. Alex Clark, the lovely Yakidar Alex, has said he remembers the order of the stops on the playbus. Now, do you remember it? I think I would. I'm too old to remember this, Alex. But I think we begin the week with the Y-Bird. Do you remember the Y-Bird?
Yeah, it was a bit whingy.
Yeah, a bit aggressive and a little bit... I think the Y-Bird might have been Welsh. I don't know if I'm remembering that wrong, but she was a little bit bossy and Welsh.
And was there like a cat who said, "Look at my shape"? Or was that something else?
I can't remember.
Look at my shapes.
Now, Tuesday, Alex, after we'd visited the Y-Bird, would we stop at Busy Lizzie? Now, Busy Lizzie was a little black marionette who sang, "I'm Lizzie and I'm always on the move. I'm Busy Lizzie. Get down with me and groove."
Pink dress?
No, I think yellow. Oh, I don't know. I was thinking more yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Y-Bird number 1, yeah, we're right. And she's proper Valley's girl, the Y-Bird.
Mummy.
Now, number 2, I think, was Busy Lizzie. I might be wrong. Alex is going to fill me in with Busy Lizzie. Oh, I'm stuck now, number 3. I know that we end up the week, I think, in a circus tent with a lot of kind of young performers making up a show, a bit of impro on a Friday. Oh, who else was there on the playbus stops? Can't remember. Alex, you're going to have to fill us in.
Jason says he remembers the place called Windows, and you have to sort of guess which window you're going to be looking through.
Yeah, did you have a favourite?
Always round.
Arched. Always the
Always
arched.
the round one.
Did you ever worry what was through the other window?
No, I was happy to go through a window.
I always worried a little bit and thought, oh, I wonder what we've missed by not
And
going
I
through that
remember,
window.
I remember that. So we used to go to a clock as well, and sort of say, "Do you know what time it is?" And you go, "It's 7:15." Wouldn't they?
Alex is filling us in as we go, but Wednesday's the dot stop. I don't remember what the dot stop was, Alex. You'll have to let us know. The time is... Well, it's 9:15. I'm doing play school time.
Did they say, well, the small hand is looking at the number 2, and the long hand is looking at the number 9. So it's 9:02.
Luna Tunes remembers, this is what Alan was referring to. They had a Scouse cat in the playbus called Poppy.
Yes.
And what did Poppy used to say?
She's got big bulging yellow eyes. She was made out of felt or a bit of carpet. And go, "Look at my shape." And I always thought, "Oh, what?" And she'd say, "Look at my triangle shape." And I always thought it was a bit filthy.
Alex, what was the dot stop? What on earth was it, the dot stop? Y-Bird, then the playground with Busy Lizzie, then the dot stop, Peggy Patch.
Oh, Peggy Patch.
And then the
Oh,
tent.
no, I'm thinking of Pat Coombs and that little weird...
Mooncat.
No, the little weird thing.
Ragdolliana.
Ragdolliana used to piss me.
Oh, Ragdolliana's creator died just recently.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, over the Rainbow Bridge.
Because Pat Coombs' flat looked like it smelled a bit.
Paul McFarlane, capital letters. Who remembers the adventure game? Doogie Rev. We loved the adventure game, didn't we? Moira Stewart.
I never used to watch it.
Alan.
You forget how to do chores.
The adventure game's amazing.
I know, I remember it when they have helmets on and they're standing in the mid-air going, "Oh, move forward."
It was so good. Moira Stewart was in it in a jumpsuit.
He was.
And people like Maggie Philbin would get dropped off at a bus stop in space, never get home, Gronda.
And what was the one with cabbages where you could win a cabbage? Was it
Crackerjack?
Crackerjack. So you either won prizes or cabbages.
Yeah, they used to pile up the prizes in your hands like a buckaroo, like a human buckaroo. The dot stop was all huge dominoes with a woman called Dot. I don't like the sound of her, Alex, and I think that's why you've blocked her out of my memory.
That sounds like a musical, like chess, doesn't it?
It does. Jonathan Warren's just written Chocker Girl checking out. Now, I don't know if he's saying he's leaving or if he's just mentioning Chock-a-Block.
Oh, it's close. Get Chocker Girl a choc ice. Go on.
We've told you this many times, but we catered for Chock-a-Block, Chocker Girls, Chocker Chicks 60th birthday party.
We did, and we fed salmon pie to that housekeeper from Downton Abbey.
That ginger housekeeper from Downton Abbey. And of course, Chocker Girl is also from Play School. So you'll remember her from that. The Vortex. Boy Crazy Boy was terribly upset when Leslie Judd got obliterated on the Vortex. My darlings, we're gonna do another children's TV special because there's too much material.
We've opened a big can of jelly worms here.
Yeah.
And everybody's, Jason's on about Button Moon. Do you remember that?
Yeah, so it would all.
Wasn't that amazing?
Do you remember? Now, maybe I'll save this for next week. No, I'll mention it now. Tina Teaspoon had a mate who was an egg cup, I think, and I always thought...
What, Button Moon?
Yeah, and I always worried with the egg cup. I felt he was a little bit discriminated against.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
I remember a bloke in the newspaper once was a bit pissed off because he was selling knockoff Button Moon stuff.
Recently?
Yeah, about a few years ago, and he thought he was getting away with it. And then the creator of Button Moon said, "Hey, up a minute, that was our work from years ago. We're sat here doing, with now, we're not a pot to piss in, and you're making all this money on our creativity." So the guy had to sort of pay up.
Loads of stuff came out, didn't they? All the nostalgic stuff, like pencil cases with Zippy's head on.
Oh yeah, and then you'd go to
clangers.
You go to those little things at the seaside. It was full of what they call it. What's that miserable cat called again? Bagpuss.
Oh, Bagpuss wasn't miserable.
Well,
it's misunderstood.
A bit miserable. Yeah, there's lots of bagpusses.
Tell you who was miserable, Emily, who used to
she was a right
shove stuff in Bagpuss's shop and then leave. But it wasn't good stuff. It was old tatty shit.
It was all stuff like with woodworm and stuff like that, wasn't it?
And then poor little mices used to have to come out and work.
Yeah, do all that work with that organ.
Oh, we'll talk about all of this next week because I want to talk about Madeline the Ragdoll.
I think we have done
on the top shelf.
We've done a kids' TV before, and it went down well.
We have. We'll do it. We'll do it later. We'll do another one.
And Mooncat
Rent a Ghost. There's all sorts we can talk about. Teabag.
Teabagging. Pipkins. Well, there's Teabag 1 and 2, isn't there? Teabag 2 is one from Emmerdale.
My nieces are in.
And Teabag 1 is that woman who had that strange voice from Hammer House of Horror.
Camberwick Green, Trumpton, Chigley, all of those. I bet you remember. Do you remember? You might not. The fireman, the Order of the Fireman in Camberwick Green or Trumpton.
I remember the little Wicked Witch thing with the little
Fenella.
Was it Chorlton and the Wheelies?
Fenella in Chorlton and the Wheelies. Yeah.
Anyone
remember the Order of the Fireman? I remember. I'd know it off by heart. Pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grubb. Oh, Stuart and Lucy Evans. Does anyone remember Chocky? I have them on DVD. Yeah.
That's a weird space thing.
Yeah, with Matthew. Matthew, it's Chocky.
I remember Stick of the Dump. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course I do. He made a window out of jam jars.
He did, yeah. Made him a little house.
Did he just live in a quarry?
He lived in a ditch, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was Stone Age, wasn't he? He wasn't just a tramp.
No, Stone Age, and the little boy made him a little house.
Tracy 30's like, I need to watch all of these. They sound fantastic. 'Cause of course, in the States, Mr. Robinson or Sesame Street. We've got Sesame Street, but Mr. Robinson's not really known here.
Keith, you said Storybook International. Is that I'm a storyteller and my stories must be told.
In England, I am Sherry. We'll do a version.
In Liverpool, I'm Brandy.
All right, loves. Pew, Barney McGrew. Yeah, you've all remembered it. The Flashing Blade, Cassie Jones, Lassie, Dramarama.
Oh, the Flumps.
Oh, I can't remember all of the Flumps, but I remember Little Pootle.
And there's like an old granddad with little glasses on.
There was a female Flump as well. She had a little bow in her hair. Posy?
She did. Posy. Pootle.
I think so.
What was the grumpy one called?
Jonathan Brett Warren said, Jamie Honeyman, I've just realised you're Mrs. Honeymoon's baby from Candlewick Green. We'll have to have a look.
Let's have a little peruse.
Do you remember one of the ones of those? There's a woman with loads of little dogs on leads, and they're just like a little pack on strings that sort of go around in front of her. Oh, too much material. We're going to have to talk about children's TV with you all next week.
We'd actually be here for a full day, I think, wouldn't we? Keyholding that like a little babby.
I don't want to spill it down my top. I also remember Mysterious Cities of Gold and Ulysses 31. I remember all the songs to Ulysses. Do you remember Ulysses?
No.
Ulysses. fighting for the galaxies.
Was there any sort of really scary kids programs that really shouldn't really be
Chucky
on?
Chucky was scary. It was like psychedelic as well, and Dramarama was frightening. Someone's just mentioned Dramarama.
Or was there a program that gave you like nightmares?
There was a little ghost in Dramarama that gave me nightmares, and she did hopscotch and sang like "Girls and boys come out to play." Frightening. A lot of people were frightened by Sapphire and Steel.
Yes, I was a bit scared by that. And also sometimes people get really bad memories of kids' programs when they were ill. Do you remember if you had like a temperature?
A bit spacey.
And I had this with some mothers do have them.
Really?
Yeah, when I saw Michael Crawford sort of nearly kill his whole family.
Oh, you're terrified about him.
Yeah, he used to really disturb me.
Filippo Giacomo said Nosy Bonk was the stuff of nightmares from Jigsaw. Yeah, I think when we did our children's TV special last year, I played some Nosy Bonk. Frightening.
And the big Muppets used to scare me as well. One used to eat things.
Andrew Chapman said Scylla's singing is frightening.
Oh, hey, no, none of that now, eh?
I can't remember what I'd have nightmares about. My mum took me to see The Beastmaster at the cinema. It was like about a sort of hero, a bit like He-Man, and he could talk to animals. So we thought, I'd love it. It'd be like Dr. Dolittle, but with a bit of fighting. Dead frightening, and we left within about 20 minutes because I was really frightened and had nightmares about it.
I mean, Doctor Who was quite scary, wasn't it? I remember the people with no face.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't remember. You remember people said they go back behind the sofa and stuff. I don't really remember.
It was on so early, wasn't it? Saturday. It was on like 5:45, something.
Because I don't really remember Tom Baker's Doctor Who, and I guess that's when it was frightening.
That was mine.
Peter Davidson. It wasn't that frightening. It was camp, and then Bonnie Langford high kicks her way in. So I don't remember Doctor Who being frightening, but. Jason Darcy said, "Who shot at the school dots on BBC One?" Do you remember that? I used to. When the big telly would be wheeled in at school, and there'd be like a little ticking clock.
Oh,
boom,
yes.
Boom, boom, and you'd play like shooting them, ding, 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 as it goes round.
And then you'd see the others, like black flaps that came out.
Yeah.
With a little roof.
And it always felt like it was a massive telly, but I don't think it was it?
Oh no, it was on a big stand with wheels. But you were really excited, weren't you? You thought, well, we're not going anywhere for half an hour. We're going to be watching something fun.
Filippo said watching Diana in V eat a guinea pig was traumatising to him.
Oh, it still is.
We loved V, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was great, V.
You see, another thing that scared me was Wurzel Gummidge when he used to pull his head off. He had different heads, didn't he? It's like, you don't need that. You can have a different hat. You don't pull your head off.
There was a weird... who was, like, not Wurzel Gummidge? It says...
Crowman.
Yeah.
Catweasel.
Yeah, that was frightening.
Catweasel was weird. Because he looked like he stank of shit, didn't he?
Neil Samwell said one of his friends was scared of Eartha Kitt.
Oh, really? What, is a Catwoman? Or
I don't know, it's just passed by. I just saw it and it went. Dale hid behind a full clothes horse from the original Davros.
And now look at him, he loves it, doesn't he?
Claude Lecreux say the original Daleks fighting and the Brigadier and the Maggots frightening. Boy Crazy Boy, that's Pete and Cena. Diana versus Lydia, high camp in space. V was terrific, wasn't it? We should do a little V skit.
I tell you what I did like when I was young was the first Star Trek.
The early one with Uhura.
Oh yes.
Camp.
It was lovely. I used to love watching that. Everything when they sort of beam down to these little planets.
It was very camp though, wasn't it?
Oh, very
kitsch.
camp.
A little bit of an interracial kiss, I think, in it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
With what's her name, Nichelle Nichols.
Nichelle. I think it's meant to be Michelle, but they heard it wrong.
Spelled it wrong. Oh, Vincent Jones has said my sister used to cry at Emu's legs.
Oh God, yeah. Do you know what I used to think? Then there's no life in them, is there?
Because they just hang.
They were just to hang us up like that, so they used to knock against each other, which was a bit wrong. I think it should have some perhaps.
Nina Dog says she's scared of Myra Gulch on the bike.
Oh yeah.
Jim will fix it. A couple of people have said Jim will fix it is scary, but only nowadays. Oh, those poor cubs that ate fast food on a roller coaster will never see the light of day again because of Jim will fix it. But I remember that just being the funniest thing ever.
I never wrote to him. I don't know whether any of you ever wrote to him or heard back from him or anything, but...
I have a feeling I did write to Jim will fix it and asked to be an Ewok. I'm glad he didn't fix it for me. Let's just leave it at that.
I would imagine there'd be lots of problems with copyright, wouldn't there, and paying.
I don't know. I think because I was in number 73 at the time on ITV, there was lots of issues with clashing channels.
Yeah, yeah. You did dance for Jimmy Nail, didn't you?
Stuart Lucy, I did dance for Jimmy Nail. Stuart Lucy, my brother says Doctor Who is just a man who kidnapped women and took them around space and then eventually dumps them. It's true. Keith Wellens, can't forget Biggins on 4 o'clock on Safari. We're going to do a kids' TV special because there's so much here. We want to talk about Gillian Tailforth when we go into On Safari, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Send them across the swamp, Chris. Andrew Chapman says, my sister without makeup is very scary. Oh, bless your sister.
I think a lot of people